Hello and welcome to a modern stream. Today I'm bringing to you what you didn't know you needed. Yes, Primeval Titan is here. Yes, Knight of the Reliquary is also here as well. Yes, Lotus cover is here as well. This may be too much. Is it though? I don't think so. We're gonna be playing some Reliquary Amulet. Yes, you heard it right. We're playing Amulet of Vigor alongside your Explorers, your Asusas, your Arboreal Gracer, your Bounce Lands. But we're also jamming some Knight of the Reliquaries. This is a deck list that I saw on Twitter. Like it appeared on my Twitter feed. I don't remember who it was, so I apologize for that. But it appeared on my Twitter feed, and you put both of these cards together and you need very little else in order to get me interested. I thought the deck list looked terrible, by the way. I think that this deck list is not very good, but it looked awful and awfully fun at the same time, which is honestly like all you need, right? So we're gonna be trying this out today. I have very low hopes, but hopefully we get a W or two. So what are the changes compared to normal Amulet? Well, we're obviously playing out of the Reliquary. You're gonna see that we're not playing Dryad of the Elysian Grove. So what that does is it frees up some space for the Valakids and stuff like that. So instead we're playing some fetch lands. It can be any fetch land. Like theoretically it should be like two Misty and then like two Winds of Heath and then like one Verdict Catacomb and one Wooded Foothills. Ain't nobody got time for that, so I'm just doing 3 and 3 because it was easier that way. The original list that I saw was playing Wolf Run, and it was also playing Sunhome, and it was also playing Stronghold. That's like nonsense to me. Like that's way too many things, so I cut those. The original list was not playing Saga, which also I thought it was kind of weird, so obviously like this is one of the best cards in the deck. There is an argument for sure about cutting the Sagas and making it so this is like Amulet that doesn't get got by Force of Vigor, because once you remove the Dryads and the Sagas, basically this is Force of Vigor proof Amulet, right? But at the same time, like those are the cards that make your deck tick anyway, so it's really worth it to be really good against Force? Maybe, but probably not. But yeah, so I made a couple of changes from the mana base in the original list. The original list was also playing Teferi, which looked very hard to cast as well. So we're just not playing that card. We're playing Knights, and we're playing some, just good cards instead. Playing some more lands, which the OG list had like 28 or 29 or something. Something outrageously low, of course. But yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. So we're going to take it out for a spin. In the sideboard, we have a couple of extra lands. Boseiju, Cavern number 2, and Kaheera Crossroads. We can gain life with this. Couple of Resting Pieces. Great combo with Knight of the Reliquary, of course. But, in the matchups where you want Resting Piece, like this is the card that you want. And you can probably just cut your Knights in those matchups anyway. Endurance, because card's great. Tireless Tracker, because it works well with Knight and all the other like landfall stuff. Couple of forces, 1 engineered explosives, and 1 copy of Dragonlord Dromoka, which is a card that I'm interested in trying out in Murktide matchup. The Murktide matchup seems like this card could be doing some damage. So we're going to be taking this list for a spin. Hopefully we have some fun. Maybe we even do some winning. Who knows? The only way to find out is if you check out the video. And if you do, and you enjoy it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, if you're interested in coaching, or if you want me to play any deck list of your choosing live on stream or in a YouTube video as well, you can find all the information you need in the description of the video down below. Without further ado, round number 1. Oh wow, so turn 1 Gracer, turn 2 fetch, turn 2 Cobra fetch Knight, easy game, easy life. Now the question though, do I want to play Misty on turn 1? I think I do. And the reason for playing Misty is so when I play Knight on turn 2, it's going to be a 4/4, so it's going to survive Lightning Bolt. This hand is busted. Busted has been called, huh? Busted has been called. Gotta get me to play humans. Next time I get paid, we can have some fun. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. That has to be bad news for me, right? It is bad news for me. This is a Neobrand. This is Neobrand. I actually played this deck for a Dono stream, and it was a lot better than I was expecting it was gonna be, which is scary. It's very scary. Is there basic planes in this monstrosity? Pfft. Who needs basic planes? Magoose! How you doing, Magus? Case Heroes with the Prime sub, 31 months. Thank you for that, I appreciate it. Let's make some green mana. Then fetch. Just F6, opponent! You're playing a stupid fucking combo deck with no interaction at all. Just F6, come on. Yeah, just activate with card tricks. Yes, exactly, Magus. Only when they release a good format. Womp womp. Bob with the tier 1 sub. Coming back for 2 months. Thank you for the sub, Bob. How's it going, man? I think Modern is okay. I like Modern well enough. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna upkeep Knight. Next turn. I just said to my opponent, would you might just F6 in there we go. Alright, they figure it out. It's like you have nothing. You have nothing. Just let me play my deck, please. I think I'm actually gonna draw step the Knight. So I see what I draw, because obviously if I find a prime time, I'm gonna go do that instead. But what's up, Scott? Tony McDonald's with the prime sub coming back. Neobrand is fun. Me on 2022. There's no evidence that I ever said that. Oh wait, there is. There's no way my opponent doesn't have Boseiju, right? There's just no way they don't have Boseiju. They don't have a target for Boseiju. So, 1, 2, Cobra, land, trigger, token, serve. Here we go. Oh, we're super dead, yeah. We are hella dead. It's typically 1 for Boseiju. Yeah, that's what I imagine. Because what we could have done is, you know, we fetch, get Boseiju, play bounce land, bounce Boseiju, blow up their land, but I just don't think that's gonna work out. Chet Bake with the Prime sub, coming back for 13 months. Good to see you streaming again. Hope to see more Karn Father soon. Yeah, the Karn Father is... I think the Karn Father is legit right now. Man, these draws have not been very good. Can I lethal here? Make another token. Because we can go get T-West. So float mana, get amulet, then float mana here, get T-West. T-West and taps, trigger twice, bounce land and taps. I think I have enough. So go to draw step, tap this, amulet, float mana, sack, T-West. Obi-Wan episode 3, appreciate the sub. Welcome once again to the Primetime Stronghold. 15 months. It's many months. Alright, this is kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of awesome. So we can swing for... I think we may have lethal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we may have lethal here, folks. Pact for primetime. Primetime. Thank you for that sub. So I'm gonna make 4 mana. So I'm definitely getting Stronghold. I don't think that does anything for me. Amazing Spider Dan, thank you for the prime sub. 3 months. Appreciate it. Just go Wolf Run here. Are we gonna win because we're playing Stronghold instead of Battlements? Is that what's about to happen? That was kind of sick, actually. That was pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. So this version of the deck wins with the big dino. So I think we have actual no cards for the matchup. Why did that look so good? So let's be honest here. That's all me, right? That's all me. I am the one making the deck look better than it is. It's not good. I just try way too hard. I try way harder than I should. So I don't think any of these does anything at all. But neither does Cultivator Colossus. Like none of my cards do anything. So I think we're just gonna submit the same. I mean, we could bring in this member in case my opponent messes up, right? Like they just play out one of their thingies and we just blow it out. So this hand has a lot of mana and nothing to do with it. So we're just gonna ship it. This hand has a lot of mana and stuff to do with it, so we're gonna keep it. So keep that. Let's play that. It's bottom that I meant. So we lose to 4s, but like we also lose to their deck doing the thing. That's a Boseiju. That sucks. Now we have this stupid draw step stop. Don't force me, bruh. So they can Boseiju either my Amulet or my Saga. Should probably Boseiju my Amulet. Quina, thank you for tier 1 sub, 27 months. Appreciate it. They played out the Boseiju, okay. So we're just gonna go explore into play this out and play another amulet. And if my opponent doesn't kill me, I think we may have lethal here. So triple amulet should give me enough mana to do everything next turn, I think. So we just have to untap, easy. Also, we lose to Pact of Negation. Oh man, we were so close. So now we just wait. And now we wait. Please don't kill me. That sounds like they're gonna kill me. Yep. Gain some life, draw some cards, lose some life. While opponent patiently waits. Okay, so now that makes 3 green mana. Now they can parlay the dino and I should die. No. 36 is good enough. It's too bad. We were winning next turn. Is this member actually fine? Like if I had this member there, I could have killed one of the dinos. Nah, this member's not good enough, right? I mean, it's probably better than Colossus, I guess. It's just some really bad interaction. But I don't think I want to cut any of my other cards for this member. What do we got here? Keep. So I'm going to go turn 1 Saga. And turn 2 Cobra. And if we find a bounce land, maybe we can do some stuff. Kurabella, thank you for the follow. What is this spicy list? Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's very bad. That's what it is. That's what it is. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for a green source or another fetch land. Please don't Nature's Claim me. Okay, that's fine. Hey, okay. So this means I get to save the fetch for the following turn. Here's my Cobra. So next turn I'm going to have an amulet. And I have 2 looks at finding a bounce land. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna. silly me thinking I was gonna have another turn. Silly me thinking that I was gonna have another turn. This feels like 2018 all over again, you know? Just like I'm out here just trying to play my fun little brew that I stole from somebody else. Veil of Summer. They wrote in Veil of Summer. Jeez, that seems so bad. But yeah, I'm trying to play my fun brew, and then I just get paired against Neoform, and I die. Also, they tapped poorly. Not that it's gonna matter, but whiff, whiff, do it, whiff. They didn't whiff. That's unfortunate. Yeah. My Neoform and Neobrand commands are worthless. We're still losing to this deck. I'm still losing to this fucking deck. Honestly, I didn't think Once Upon a Time was OP. I thought it was, yeah. They probably don't have enough cards to bring in for cutting Veil. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, at least Veil is a green card, right? So... Vampire Dryers with the prime sub, 24 months. That's 2 years. Really appreciate it. While we wait for my opponent to figure out... what's up, chat? How are you folks doing over there? Wherever you are right now. In this fine Tuesday, almost noon for me. Do you think Titan may be too strong right now? People have been dominating our LGS with Amulet, just getting nut draws over and over. No. I actually think that Prime Titan is not very well positioned. I think it really struggles against the top decks in the format, and as soon as people want to beat it, they can beat it very easily. Yeah, you should watch out. Make sure that your opponents are not just spamming 7 like Steven Speck was. It's just really easy to hate out Titan, right? Just jam some Magus of the Moon. Jam some Ashiok. You're good to go. Blood Moon is definitely not as good as it used to be. So Boseiju does a lot to keep Blood Moon in check. So because of that, like, people are pivoting into Magus, which I think is very smart. But it's one of those things where it's really easy for the meta to adapt to Amulet, so it's just 3 folks playing Ashiok. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Jam Magus every day. Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely think that Magus is better than Blood Moon. Against Amulet specifically. Maybe against other decks it's not, but against Amulet, like, Magus is much better than Blood Moon. My opponent here is taking so long because playing this deck in MTGO, like, I actually experienced this when I was trying out that deck, and like, you have to actually move around your hand. Like, you end up with like 20 cards in hand, and you have to move stuff around, and it's really awkward. So, but yeah, anyway, we have no chance against this deck, so we just died. Alright, round number 2. This hand is a little bit awkward, but I'll keep it. What could go wrong, right? Ken Bochi, thank you for that subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. 32 months. Thanks for being here. Oh, come on, man! Give me a break! I play against the fucking Calibrated, like, non-interactive combo deck into non-interactive combo deck. This is the worst timeline, chat. This is the worst fucking timeline. God damn it, man. Ugh. This sucks so much. So the way I started blasting. Yeah, god damn it. Well, here's a Cobra. And here's a land. Look at me having fun. So I can play this, copy this. If I play that, I do nothing. What if I packed for Asus? I fetch, play this, can I Colossus? So play this, trigger Cobra, packed for Asusa, bounce this, replay Garrison. That's 3 mana. Play another Garrison, fetch. I can cast Colossus here, right? Yeah, I can cast Colossus. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if I had enough colored mana. So, I mean, I just have to do this, right? Like, I'm dead next turn. And then I'm gonna be able to draw 2 cards off of the Colossus. Green. Bounce this. Fetch. Green. Cast this guy. I mean, if I find a primetime in this couple of draws, like, I'm gonna have enough mana to play it. So I'm not dead next turn, they can't deal. Well, they could have killed my Asusa, right? Like, what they should have done is they should have Calibrated Blast in response to the Asusa. Yeah, this is... Well, now we win because my opponent somehow in their deck that makes no decisions, they somehow... We got lucky and they made the wrong decision. Copy that. Oh, come on, man. Really? That's so sad. Hey! Do I have enough? I think I may actually have enough here. My opponent says might as well be playing Storm. This is better because it doesn't lose. Hey! Got there! So, strong. Why concede? You literally know I have the Vesuva in hand. What's with my opponents today? Just conceding for no reason. Okay, like, we actually have some cards that do stuff against this deck. Like, this prevents them from flashbacking. Same with this. And I think that's it. I think Crossroads fine. And I think that's it. I didn't even Vesuva with double Cobra. What do you mean? Oh, I don't need Vesuva. Okay, that's fair. It's pretty funny. Their deck is bad. I don't think their deck is bad. I think that it's just kind of boring. Like, I don't think their deck is necessarily bad. Like, I think on the contrary, I think that it's just... It's a deck that attacks from an angle that's very awkward. I just think that there are no decisions to be made. That's the thing that I dislike about the deck. It's just like you just have no decisions. Like, your decisions don't matter. Like, if my opponent had just done their thing and just, you know, shot me with the calibrated blast, and then like they drew another calibrated blast, because I didn't have lethal, right? So if I had done that, if they had done that, they would have been actually fairly close to maybe they would have even won that game. But it's just like they tricked themselves into interacting, which is not what their deck does. And I guess just they should have just done nothing. They either kill the Azusa or they do nothing. Like, those are the two correct options. I think I would just want to cut the Knights here. They're gonna be a little bit too slow. They do find Bujuku Bog though. But I have Endurances, which are basically Bujuki Bog on the body. Hola, Rimaisan, ¿cómo andas? Gracias. Keruga, the Macro Sage. This is the second time I played against... I recorded a video yesterday. I'm gonna keep this hand. Recorded a video yesterday with Amulet, and I got paired against this deck, and they did the exact same thing. They went... Game 1, like, reveal nothing. Game 2, reveal Keruga. And I just don't see the point of that. Like, you either reveal it or you just don't reveal it at all, right? Or are they just trying to get tricky and be like, oh yeah, like, so people don't see Keruga game 1 and they don't mulligan to counter magic, but it's just, I don't know, man. Like, if that's your strategy, then why the hell are you playing this card to begin with, right? Just don't play anything. Bad influence on me. I'm over here just trying to learn Simple Titan. They can say what about jamming bad cards like an underscore Lotus Cobra because it's dope. Thanks. Yeah, I'm a bad influence for sure. I do think Elambrus Skull is pretty good. I do think Elambrus Skull is a fine card. Just gonna fetch for the Triumph. I'm just gonna play out the Cobra. So next turn, we have 2 looks at a bounce land. And if we do find a bounce land, we can go explore. We can go explore into... Like, this is 3 mana. So let's start here. That's a prime time. So this is 5 mana. We get 5 mana, chat. How sad is that? Unless we do have 3 mana at instant speed. Wait, am I miscounting here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is just 5 mana. But I can fetch. So after my opponent blasts me, if I attack, they don't blast me, but I actively want them to blast me here. Look, so much fun, right? So I think I'm supposed to chill, because like my opponent can't flashback this coming turn anyway. This is 5 mana to flashback. They just have another one. Oh, yeah, sure. Whatever. And now they can't whiff, right? Consign to Oblivion. Alright. And they also hit the Calibrated Blast here, so that they technically whiffed, but... We were 1 mana short, man. That's so tilting. If we had found either another fetch land or we had found something else, would have been in better shape. Torborg, thank you so much for the 15 months. Let's see your own. How's the day going? The day is going great. We're doing some losing here because we're playing against shitty combo decks, but having fun nonetheless. Should I cut Gracers? Nah. No, I should not. So opponent gonna reveal the almighty Karuga? Is my opponent gonna reveal the almighty Karuga? Been against creature combo decks all day, been eating them up. Creativity desperate was, yeah, I can see that for sure. We don't we don't do well against creature based combo. We basically don't do well against any sort of combo. So turn 1, I think I'm keeping this. Turn 1 Gracer, Crossroads, turn 2 Sanctuary. Like, we cut the... Come on, man. This is kind of tilting, honestly. My opponent has not... They have 4 cards that do anything at all in their entire deck. They have 4 cards that do anything. And they kept 7 every time, and this time on the draw with Gemstone Cavern on turn 0. That's pretty tilting. It's pretty tilting. All right, what you got, opponent? Am I dead? Okay. So if they blast me here, I'm probably... They don't. So they have Throes of Chaos. Mog with this Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, Mog. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a good time. So what I can do here is I lose to Boseiju, but what I could do is I could Pact for Endurance. I think I'm just gonna pass though. The whole I lose to Boseiju isn't particularly exciting to me, so we're just gonna chill. And now if they Boseiju me, like, I don't really care. Calibrated Blast. So now I have to do this now. They reveal Throes of Chaos. But this puts it on the bottom, right? Yeah. So... Well, I guess I don't have to. I think I'm going to, because I have stuff to use my mana next turn anyway. So I'm just gonna Pact for Endurance and just hardcast it. Shuffle Sifui away, now my opponent can't flashback. fuck me, I guess. All right. And they reveal Calibrated Blast, and now Calibrated Blast reveals what? Another Calibrated Blast, so they only deal me 3? Dude, like, this deck is garbage. That deck is so fucking stupid, man. Ugh. It's just a stupid deck, man. Stupid deck that does stupid things. Bully the opponent for their creativity, yeah. Well, I'm gonna pack for another one of these bad boys, and I'm gonna pitch my Lotus Cobra to it. Endurance. If they have another one of these, I'm just gonna flip the table, you know. Hup! Flip it. Okay, that one is fine. One, two. Yeah. Yes. Here we go. Opponent's deck is sweet. Stop it. We can just agree to disagree, Scott. We can just agree to disagree. I'll chomp your thing. No trample is good for me. We do have Crossroads. Huh, okay. So, play Amulet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm not able to. So I'm gonna play around a removal spell on one of my amulets, I think. So I'm gonna play the second fetch as well. And here we're gonna get a tapped land. Boom. And so I guess I have to fetch, but if I fetch, I go to 15 and then I die to the fucking card. This is kind of awkward. We know that they have a Blast and a Throes of Chaos in the bottom. So I think I'm gonna prime time. That was a close decision, but I don't think I can afford to go to 15, because then I may just die. I am gonna haste, however. And we get to activate on the endurance, so we can swing for 5, and then we can chump block the Draco as well. Yeah, there's no Sun Home because I'm splitting the difference. Wolf Run is better with. So if they have it, they should cast it now. Okay. I mean, if that's what they had, this seems okay to me. Unless they have another one and they make me discard. Can you imagine that? They make me discard 2 cards. That would be something. Chump block. There we go. What do you got, opponent? Ah, yes. We have the... we have the fucking... No! They have it! No! No! Oh, this is the worst timeline, chat. This is the worst timeline. Oh, it's flashback? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was... Oh, it's aftermath. I thought it was just a split card. Yeah, okay, so that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. So I guess I'm just gonna cycle. I'm gonna cycle with red floating so that if I find something I can cast and haste, I can do that. Same deal as right then. That's pretty funny, actually. So green blue. One, two, three, four, five, six. Can't haste though. My opponent says super stupid. Oh yes, the classic calibrated blast gamer tilting off to the amulet player, dude. The classic... I feel like there's a line here. I feel like there's a line. So there's Boros Garrison and Triumph in my graveyard, but I have Vesuva. So if I go Sanctuary Vesuva, Vesuva copy the Sokensan, then bounce Vesuva, replay Vesuva, copy my Stronghold, I get to attack. And I cast 2 Explore, so I have the extra land drops here. So I have 2 red mana. I think I don't have the red mana for the fucking... I fucked it up. I had to bounce the Stronghold. Okay. We're gonna have to pivot here. So I can bring my opponent down to 1. But then I can't finish the job. I can gain 2 life. But I don't have another red source for the Wolf Run, which is very unfortunate. So I do have one more. So I can pact for endurance number 3. So because I have... So I think that there's no difference between... Yeah, so there's no difference between... If my opponent has a Draco that I can't block, there's no difference in gaining 2 life. In fact, it's worse for me to gain 2 life because then my opponent is gonna... They have access to more outs, right? Like I go down to 13 and they can flip one of the 13 cards. So I think it's better for me to pact for... endurance here and cast the endurance and probably endurance myself. Titan O'Clock with a tier 1 sub, 9 months. Thank you for that, Titan O'Clock. Appreciate it. So now this is a block for the Draco, a blocker for the Draco. And now my opponent needs to hit a 15 exactly, like nothing else really matters. Well, but what I'm saying is like they can attack, and if they find another Calibrated Blast, they get me, right? No attacks is interesting. Well, go to combat. Have a bounce spell for this one again. All right. So we're obviously not going to attack here. And second main, we're going to cast Primetime. Now we're going to find a bounce land. We're going to reset our crossroads. And now we have all the red swords. Like everything is back in the deck, which is nice. We definitely want a bounce land. And I don't care about my opponent discarding my cards. And I think that now it's locked up. I think it's locked up now. Because even if they blast me again, kill my Primetime, then I just make a construct and I kill them. Saga first to resolve, then I don't... Like, I don't gain life, and if they top the Calibrated Dash, they 15 me and I lose. I think it does matter. I think it's just a bad play to do that. I think it's just bad to do it. Is this now good enough, opponent? It is! Yes! We somehow beat the non-interactive combo deck after they interacted with us. Sweet. Love to see it. Alright, this hand's probably trap, right? Like I can go turn 1 Saga, turn 2 Cobra, and then do nothing, so... Ooh! Now we're talking. I think I'm bottoming the Titan. It feels terrible, but I think that's what's up. I can't wait for my Knight of the Reliquary to get shocked, and for me to be very sad. Ugh. We're totally getting shocked here. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Is this hammer? It is hammer. Okay. What will my opponent find? Shadow Spear? Alright, yeah, I accept these terms. I do accept these terms. So... Well, I guess that now that we drew the pact, I can pact for Azusa. But what I was gonna say is... There's an argument for last turn bouncing the Celestial Sanctuary itself, so that on my own upkeep, I can crack the forest to go find Saga, and then I can Saga uptick on one turn, right? Like the way that Sagas are worded, they trigger on the main phase. So if they enter on my upkeep or draw step, I do get one more chapter. Pure Steel Paladin. That's a hammer. Gian Julio, thank you for the follow. All of you also, thank you for the follow, folks. I've not been saying much because I'm focused on my Primeval Titan waste right now, but so I'm taking 10. Can I lethal my opponent is the question here. Play Forest. Pact for Azusa. Play Azusa. Play Growth Chamber, and sack the forest to go find another bounce land. Then play Titan. What if I pact for Lotus Cobra? Pact for Cobra. Play Cobra. Play Fetch. Knight sacks Forest. Gets... Sack Forest. I have 2 mana. Get a bounce land. I can go up to 5. So the only way to cast Titan is if I pact for Azusa. And casting Titan is probably better than not casting Titan, I would say. How do you feel about that, Chad? Who here thinks that casting Titan may or may not be better than not casting Titan? Maybe I'm on the minority here. Maybe I'm on the minority here of thinking that casting Titan may be better than not casting Titan. The problem, though, is if my opponent has anything at all, we're super dead, so... Because we know they have the Shadow Spear. Zing! Oh, I guess I can just... Boseiju, right? Boseiju plus Growth Chamber? Bounce Boseiju? That's cool. That's right. This card is messed up. For a second there, I forgot that this card is fucked up. I think Yavimaya is good if Reliquary. I do agree with that. At the same time, I don't think Yavimaya is very good, so... I don't think that playing bad cards in order to make your cards, your other reasonably good cards better is the best strategy. I think that just playing better cards is better. So... Second hammer is obviously a problem. Because now they can set up both. Well, that's not a good play. They should split, right? I mean, the truth of the matter is that it probably is not gonna be good enough. Wait, yeah, they don't want to attack with that one. So I think what I want to do here is I'm gonna chump and I'm gonna Boseiju the Shadow Spear. Because otherwise, like if I kill here, otherwise they move all of the equipment onto the Paladin and then I can't attack, right? So I think here this is better. That's cute. It only takes me one mana to... So now, pay for Pact on upkeep, primetime attacks, night attacks. I get Wolf Run. And I have... I don't have enough, right? If you bump one hammer, you will take 9. No, I will take... I mean, I would take 9, but then my opponent gains life as well, which is a problem for me. Because then I can't close the door. Play bad cards to make other bad cards better by comparison. That's the strat right there. That's the strat. Ugh, that sucks. So unfortunately I can't really do too much, because I'm only playing one Boseiju in this deck list. Huh. So if I swing... I attack, we get Wolf Run. I can at most Wolf Run for... Not enough. So I need to get a blocker in play. This knight looks pretty awkward here. I mean, technically I can grow it to a 5/5 if I transmute T-West, which is kind of cute. So they found another hammer, which he didn't play. Meaning that next turn they're going to have 3 lethal attackers. I mean, have 3 chump blockers. But if I spend this turn to transmute, I can potentially swing for lethal. So I guess that's the plan. Where's my engineered explosives, right? Am I right? I missed Dryad, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Imagine if this were a Dryad, right? Just attack and just kill my opponent very, very easily. Ivan Brandon with the tier 1 sub, 10 months. Welcome back. Reliquary was Seiju, Titan was Seiju. It's really hard for me to fetch cards that are not in my deck. Boseiju has been used. Stephanie. I mean, I could try, but not sure whether it's going to work out well for me. Okay. So triple chump. Suva. It's a little bit awkward. If I find second amulet off the top, I think I win, but yeah. This can only sack forest or plains, which I have none. Second Shadow Spear, is that the play? Nettle Cyst. All right. All right. Move the Nettle Cyst to something else, please, so that I have a chance to win the game. My opponent did not randomly decide to throw the game in the garbage. That's bad for me. No Dryad seems like a good meme. Certainly. Certainly so. So facepalm. That's right. I had to pack for Colossus and get lucky. That was the line. All I had to do was pack for Colossus and get lucky. What an idiot. I would have drawn 4 cards. I could get lucky with 4 cards. Whoops. I totally forgot about Colossus, if I'm being honest. Well, Celebi. Seems really hard to deal 7. What is that, 16 damage? I don't think I can produce 16 damage. I miss you, Sunhome. I miss you, Sunhome. Come back. Come back, please. Please, Sunhome. Please, Sunhome. I miss you dearly. I'm dead. Force. Explosives. Bring in all the cards. If I had this in my deck, I would have won the game. If I had this in my deck, I would have won the game. If I had either of this in my deck, I would have won the game. Like, well, I mean, not obviously not these ones because these are cyber cards, but like these are, you know, realistic made deck cards. And if I had any of those, I would have won the game. Which saddens me. Saddens me to no end. Yeah, there's no Sunhome, because Wolfram works much better with Knight. The original list I saw that I made changes from was playing Sunhome, Wolfram, and Stronghold, and I'm just like, that's... nah. That's just asking for trouble right there. Somebody is asking for trouble. Can you explain why Dromoka is now $25? Wait, this card is $25? There's no way. In paper? Yeah, if you're ever wondering why the price of a card is like unnecessarily or like extremely more expensive than it should be, the answer is always Commander. I guess I'm on the play, so I like Cobra a little bit better. Commander is always the answer. I still think that we probably have a pretty solid matchup overall for Cyber. Thanks, Commander. Yep. That's the life. Grand Abolisher, also $25. At least the age is garbage in Moto, so it doesn't affect online prices. Yeah, even if it weren't, I think that, you know, Moto is like, it's such a different animal. This hand seems almost reasonable. Dela BJ, thank you for the follow. We can do some fun stuff with this hand. A little bit awkward that we don't have a Plains or Forest to copy. But I'm never shipping this hand, right? Now the question is, do I think I turned one Saga to play the Amulet? Because there's an argument for holding onto the Amulet, but I think I just want to play Knight on turn 2. Because we can play around, well, good thing I did. I played this. Well. Could reset this, but I think I'm just gonna play my Knight of Reliquary. Mox Sopal, $80 in paper, 5 ticks online. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I don't see how that could ever not work. Damping Sphere! It doesn't do anything. This is a relic of the past. I strongly advise folks to just don't bother playing this card against Amulet. It's really bad. Now we're just gonna beat it effortlessly here. We're gonna beat it very easily. So sack here. So what we can do is we can get a fetch land. And that fetch land sets us up for Titan next turn. Because we have to keep in mind the Lotus cover trigger as well. I guess what I can do is I can just transmute for a prime time while setting up engineered explosives on 2. Seems good. Yeah, I think we're doing that. So tap for Carlos. This is gonna make black mana. Transmute. Hey, Apex Gaming. Thank you for that raid. How's everybody doing? Oof. We even get to pay for Esper Sentinel tax. This is hot. This is hot. Don't draw a card, thank you very much. Here we go. Hey, what's up? How is your stream? You love Damping Sphere flavor text? I never read it. A Thran relic. It has spent 10,000 years doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's funny. So now we're gonna Vesuva. Copy my opponent's Sacred Foundry. Then we're going to get 3 mana off of that. Then we're going to sack the Vesuva to the Knight. Because it's gonna be a Plains. Because of Plains. Okay. I lost my train of thought. So, copy this. Make 3 mana. Sack. Wait. Do nothing? How come you have nothing? Hey. Okay. So 1-2 mana, play, crack, kill this. Yeah, we have enough. I was considering their paying 2 life just to show my opponent who's boss. I think that there's a lot of value in showing your opponent who's boss. Red, white. Float green. Sack. Semi-growth chamber. Now that the triggers are on the stack, we blow this up. Make real mana. This is big boy mana that we're making right now. Remember when my opponent had a Damping Sphere in play? Wasn't that fun? Now you can draw a card. I'm feeling generous today, so you get to draw a card, opponent. I'm feeling generous. I don't think I have enough to kill them, but I don't think it matters anyway. So let's get Boseiju. I'm gonna get Boseiju Sara. And what this does is this allows me to hold up force. I'm saving the force because like nothing that my opponent has in play is scary. Yeah, they have a path. Got me. I have been got. I'm kind of missing Expedition map if I'm being honest. Cigar the Sade. Got it. Colossus Hammer? What? Is this good? Even if they have another path to exile, we just kill them with hasty constructs tokens. So I'm feeling okay about my spot. Prevent it. Attack, vigilance, sack. Woo. Woo. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Is that considered a combo, chat? Is that considered a combo? Would you say that's a combo? Knight is doing it. Knight is indeed doing it. Hear me out, retreat to color helm. I mean, I would love to say that I have not been there, done that, but I can't. Before Amulet is actually not a good stuff deck, yeah. Always has been. So this hand does like a lot of nothing. So let's ship it. This hand also does a lot of nothing, but it does it really well. So we're gonna keep it. And I think we're gonna bottom the Gracer. Turn 2 kill. Uh-oh. Where's my Gracer, chat? Gracer, where are you? I mean, if I had known that I was gonna get killed on turn 2, maybe Gracer would have hung out, you know? Don't do it. Don't do it. Play around force. Play around force. Play around force. Opponent's not playing around force. Opponent is most certainly not playing around force. Yep. So I'm gonna pay costs to instill the fear in their heart. Alright, we died. Alright. That could have gone better for us. See you next round. This hand looks like a trap. A beautiful trap, to be honest. A gorgeous trap. But I'm gonna dodge it. Look at this. This is what a good hand looks like. Keep it. Send the Gracer. Last time I bought him a Gracer, things did not go well for me. But I think I have faith this time around. Never mind, we're just gonna get discarded. Turn 1 monkey. Ugh. That's actually not the worst. So they're gonna take my amulet. Either amulet or explore are the two reasonable takes here. The problem is this Lotus Cobra doesn't look great into a Rennet 6. So that saddens me. I prefer keeping Gracer instead of Cobra because it's a lot more resilient. Yeah, but one of them is much better than the other, right? It's not about resiliency. Like, with a limited amount of lands, Gracer doesn't net me mana while Cobra does. I disagree with that statement. Like, I'm not good versus removal regardless, because like my cards are not worth killing, right? So it doesn't matter if I'm good versus removal, because I don't have good. I have no way. I have no route to get enough mana to cast a Primeval Titan. So, like, I'm not playing towards anything if I keep the Gracer, right? So I don't think that your reasoning really works. Kroxa. Gonna be this Azusa. On a mulligan, we already got discarded once. I think I'd rather hold on to the Explorer. That doesn't put me down a card. So close. So close. So is this just like black-red nonsense? Liliana is actually kind of scary here. This is the rack? Am I playing against the rack? Because I'm thinking I'm playing against the rack, I'm going to hold on to the land that cannot get Inquisition or Thought Seized. But if I discard the land and then my opponent Funeral Charms me, they actually discard my land. Dude, I'm playing against the rack, man. Dude, Moto Leagues are a delight. You gotta love Moto Leagues. Can I draw bounce lands? Pact. I can pact for Knight of the Reliquary. If I pact for Knight, Knight can allow me to get out of this. I think it's worth it. If they have Liliana, I lose the game. But if they don't have Lily, then I get to... First of all, we bog their Kroxa, so that's one problem less. And then on the following turn, I get to Primeval Titan them. So I think this is fine. And I'm not going to play around Blood Moon. Something for the follow there. I'm not going to play around Blood Moon here. Yeah, I don't think I can beat Liliana regardless, right? Because Liliana kills me with thanks to the rack, so beating Liliana is not really an option. I think you should expect Blood Moon as a black-based deck. Alright, third affliction. So I'm taking 9 here. Unearth Kroxa. Sure. That doesn't really do anything. Now it's basically a bolt to the face. So I'm taking 9. I can take 8. So we're gonna get a bounce land, bounce the Vesuva. This saves me 1 point of damage. Because I only take 2 from the rack. Pay for Pact, yes. Another bounce land. It's not the worst. So this is more mana while putting a card in my hand, which is good. So now the afflictions don't trigger anymore. So now afflictions won't trigger. Thoughtseize whiffs. And that's their best possible draw? Dude! Oh, come on, man. You're killing me here. Fetchland is literally the only card that I lose to. The literal only card that I lose to is exactly Fetchland. That's brutal, man. Alright, so these are good. This is good. Tracker's fantastic. I want explosives. Do I care about Cobra? I'm not super excited about Cobra. Definitely don't like Bracer. I don't think I care for Rest in Peace, not when I have already good cards that cover that angle. Boseiju is probably better than like a random land. Maybe better than Saga number 4. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah, we can dodge Charm with Upkeep activation. Yeah. Let's keep this. We don't have Expedition Map. Like, I've been missing Expedition Map this entire league. So maybe I should just have it in the deck. But this hand has, you know, the potential of being nutty, so. It was Kroxa, Fetch, Unearth, and Wrench Mind. Yeah, sure. They had 0 cards in hand, so that it needed to be, yeah. It needed to be a way to discard 2 cards or Black and Bolt or something. We almost stabilized though. Let's see what's up. Inquisition. Oh no. Opponent takes Endurance instead of Azusa. Okay. Do they have another discard spell or something? I guess they have Kroxa, right? They're trying to win with Kroxa again? Yeah. Well, Azusa is not going to do anything because I'm going to have double amulet, so... Oh, you punish me, deck. Oh, how you punish me. Yep. Play that and pass the turn. Oh, how you punish me, deck. With exactly no green bounce land. The only way that Azusa would have done anything at all is if I top deck exactly Boros Garrison. That's pretty funny. Alright, yeah. We're just getting destroyed. Shut down. Just getting destroyed here. Well, let's hope we draw that bounce land, shall we? It's not a bounce land. What are you doing, deck? Come on, give me the bounce land. Tea time. I think opponent knows my last card in hand. I'm gonna top deck the bounce land specifically on this turn when it just doesn't matter anymore. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, I got no cards. Now what? Sure. Here is a Saga token. If only we had Expedition Map. Yep, once again. Once again, if only we had Expedition Map. I mean, this kind of races here. I'm gonna play out this because I think I'm on the construct plan, and this allows me to get a construct next turn. Five, yeah. When am I doing pre-modern streams? I don't know. It's really hard to make pre-modern streams happen. Like, that's why there aren't any. Because you need at least 2 people, right? You need at least 2 people because you can't like, so I would it's something that you have to plan ahead, and it's not easy to make happen. So I don't think pre-modern streams are gonna be a constant in the channel because logistically they're complicated. I wish for them to be a thing, but I don't think it's realistic for them to be a thing. All right, I'm gonna swing for lethal and not play anything else. What do you got? Now, the Reliquary Damping Sphere. Regular Progenitors should kill this form of relics. That's basically what it is, right? Just build my deck. I played in 7th grade mono green land destruction. That sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing, right? That's the beauty of pre-modern. All the decks that you used to love when you were a kid, all of a sudden they're legal. Opponent did not float mana. That's almost lethal. Do you have a bolt? That's not a bolt. So I go down to 2. If they had floated mana from the Saga, I would have died. But they fucked up. It somehow doesn't feel like my opponent has too much in the way of ways to answer my Saga tokens, which I find very weird. Like, I was expecting my opponent to have access to like Alpenmoon and stuff, but it just doesn't feel like they do. So maybe I should just be bringing in the Saga? Like, are constructs just a reasonable plan against my opponent? Maybe. I'm kind of interested in these forces now that I see that they're playing Saga. I think I'm gonna cut fetch land. Do you have the best title list? Trying to upgrade my list, but no better person to ask than you. I don't know what... Like, honestly, I've been out of touch of Modern for a while now. I've been... Some other stuff has been happening in my life, so... Now, I'm getting back into Modern. So if you ask me the same question like a week from now, maybe I will have a better answer. Right now, I don't really have an answer for you. This hand is tech against Wrenchmind. Just my first deck I ever made. Avacyn board wipe with Armageddon and Ravages of War. That's sick. Terrageddon is a super sweet deck. When I played with Brian, he was playing Terrageddon, and I was very impressed by that deck. Did I become a pirate? Not yet, but I'm not saying I did not become a pirate. I think I'm gonna chill. I'm probably, like, if I have the time, I'm gonna play it, I think. It's worse against Wrenchmind, but... So I bought a ship. Anything new in this list? You should look at it and tell me. Hey, that's a target for my Vesuva. The rack resolves. Oh, well, that's hot. Okay. Opponent cannot cast Skelemental, which is good for me. No Bolt is also good for me. And now, if I untap, I get to make a gazillion mana. And if I don't untap, I'm probably just gonna copy my opponent's Saga before it pops. Is Ramoka new tech, or did I miss the innovation? I think at this point Ramoka has been around for a minute. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I don't need the Amulet in play. I have Titan mana as is. Just Soulless running Sakama. Yeah, Sakama is an old meme. It's very bad. I can also cycle this Triome if I wanted to. So the question now is, do I play around Needle? I think I'm going to play around Needle on the Knight, but I'm not going to play around Needle on... I think we're just going to do that, I think. So now my opponent gets to Needle Knight of the Reliquary if they want to. They don't, which is very good for me, obviously. So now they can't attack. Knight holds them back. They miss their land drop. Yeah, that's not a good attack opponent. Like, for multiple reasons, this is not a good attack. I think I could have gotten a fetch, but it's better to get this Saga going, I think. So now Liliana doesn't do anything. I think this game is over now. I don't think my opponent can win anymore. Yeah. We keep drawing bounce lands, which is just fine. And I think I want to play this out now. Next turn I'm going to have triple Amulet. And that should be enough to get Primeval Titan into play. Maybe I should have attacked with Knights there, honestly. I can go get a fetch land. Fetch land with triple Amulet is effectively Black Lotus. Dreadbore, right on time. So my opponent's dead now. I guess that I can't haste the Primeval Titan, so that's a little bit awkward. Yeah. I think trading's fine here. I think I'm just gonna kill them with constructs. Like I don't need to take unnecessary damage. I'm gonna wait one more turn. We're just gonna out-construct them. Because fits Sajiri Step in this list. If you ever think that Sajiri Step is worth playing, you are wrong. Like, regardless of what the deck looks like, regardless of the cards that you're playing, Sajiri Step is just too bad of a card. It only works in depths specifically because you can crop rot for it at instant speed, and your deck is always one-shotting the opponent. If all of those requirements are not met, Sajiri Step is just strictly worse basic planes. Fatal Push. Why is Fatal Push in their deck? Yeah, we got a house from Spike. Appreciate the follow, thank you. Hey, mana! Hit me with that Slaughter Pact, opponent. I dare you. I dare you to hit me with that Slaughter Pact. Is El Alambre Mill? No, I think El Alambre Skull is legit. I think El Alambre Skull is moderately legit, is how I would describe it. Look at so much wasted mana. So much wasted mana. Swing. I guess I'm gonna play around Dismember just because I can. So Wolfran, Boseiju. Only running one T-West. Yeah, I mean you have to. I'm playing Lotus Cobra and I'm playing Knight of the Reliquary, right? Those cards don't work if you're not playing fetch lands and shock lands. So it's a pretty steep cost to play this list. 12, yeah. I guess it's technically 14. So it got there against the rack. See you next round. All right, playing against Kaheera, which is probably Elementals. This hand looks fine though. So we're probably gonna go turn 1 Gracer. Into Saga. I really want to draw any land whatsoever. If we find any land whatsoever, I think we can be in okay shape. So it's either Elemental or Blue-White. Steam Vents. Okay, maybe it's something else. They can't be playing Monkey though. That's actually a reasonable draw. So this means that now I get to get some value from this Saga, which is pretty cool. We're gonna get a couple of 3/3s. It could be Jeskai control, certainly so. What are we looking at here? The Almighty Gracer. If they tap out, I can technically Titan on 3. But then we get got by Solitude. Is it worth it? Probably. Yeah, it's probably worth it. I'm the most fan with Bluetron. Yikes. The other day I got paired against a Bluetron player and they salted. Obviously I say the other day and I mean like last month, right? But they were salting in chat. I'm just like, dude, you're playing E-Tron. You're playing Bluetron. Like, that's the most the weirdest thing to me. Is just you're playing a bad deck, like a known bad deck, and you're salting off. Or you're playing a cheese deck. Like, I played against Calibrated Blast earlier today, and my opponent was salting off in chat, and I'm just like, dude, you're playing Calibrated Blast. Your deck is built around doing nothing. What does your deck do? Nothing. Actual nothing. Literally nothing. That's what the deck does. And you're salting off to me. Like, what the hell, man? And this is also after my opponent kept 7-0-3 games. And game 3, they were on the draw and they had Gemstone Caverns. So I'm just... Really? I'm the one getting lucky? You have a deck that does literally nothing. Unless it draws the stupid card. Oof, that's rough. That is rough. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go for it. Do I actually lose? Yeah, I actually lose if they have Solitude, but I think that this matchup is pretty bad, so the longer that I wait, the worse that it gets. And I don't have, because I have only a single bounce land, I don't have a way to play around it. Looks like they don't have it. Opponent concedes. Okay. So they're playing the Spike deck. Meaning I want Cavern. I want Tracker. Definitely want Dromoka. Cut some Gracerinos. Oh, they're gonna have Blood Sun. Ugh, vomit. Blood Sun is basically vomit. Smellcar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So let's shave a couple of Sagas there. I don't think I want Forces. But I will take Endurance, I think. Would you go Gracer, Blaine, or Solitude? Yeah, maybe it was worth it to go for Gracer. Yeah, maybe going for Gracer would have been better. Just realized there are no bad cards, so Dryad in the deck. Yeah, we had to make room for the bad cards by cutting the good ones. Ship this. Keep this, question mark? I can Vesuda copy my opponent's, what's his name? Their field. It's kind of hot, actually, not gonna lie. If they have Blood Sun in play. Play that. So I can Cavern on Snake, but I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, they don't have counterspell mana. Interesting. So we're just gonna name Elemental Explore. I'm gonna Cavern, copy. I'm gonna name Giant. If they Blood Sun, I can besiege a Lotus Field. Yeah, that's true. But I'd rather not have a Blood Sun in play. You know what I'm saying? You catch my drift? Ice my land. Got it. Resolves. Drift caught. Just like that. The drift has been caught. Yikes. Also, my camera is like a little bit too high there. Opponent's just playing fair over there. They're just playing the fair Lotus Field. I think I want to cast the Endurance right now. It just puts more stuff on the board, and Fury doesn't get rid of the Endurance. Yeah, so I can just cast Titan here. And I think I'm going to get Capital Bounce land so that I can... Oh, come on. You don't have, like, the Stifle Bird, don't you? What's this? Opponent's paying costs. I'm scared. Even if they kill the Lotus Cobra now, I don't care anymore. Like, I already have enough mana to do all the stuff that I want. Giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sup. No subtlety, no gust. You love to see it. Tail Send. Okay. So my opponent did have Stifle. I was joking, but it turns out that they actually did have Stifle. Just to back this Tameshi, this is most certainly not Tameshi. Alright. So am I about to get solituded here? What is this? The Fairy Hero of Dominaria. It's a lot of mana. So I think I'm just going to swing here and see what happens. So if my opponent wants to, like, Cryptic here, now I get to resolve something. Now the problem is, what do I resolve? I think I resolve another Titan. This may be close here. I'm not sure. Let's get Saga Growth Chamber. So if they have a Wrath, that's obviously a problem for me. Looks like they have the Wrath. Yep. So this is when things get tough. This is when things get really tough now. But I don't think that this deck plays that very many Supreme Verdicts. So I think that playing the other Titan in there is a fair thing. And it's not like my opponent's ever going to tap out as long as they have the Fairy Hero, right? So hoping for my opponent to tap out is not a good game plan, I don't think. I really want the extra mana. So I think I'm gonna do this. Bounce the Cavern. We know what they say, when things get tough, the tough get things. Don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but sure. I hate for calling it, it's just expensive card tribal. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's correct. When boards get Wrath, the Wrath gets bored. Some deep conversation happening right now in chat. Some wisdom being dropped. Oh man. There's the Blood Sun. That card sucks. So now my bounce lands don't bounce lands anymore. Ugh. Okay. Seen enough. I've seen enough. To be fair, Teferi was enough to kill us, but the other cards didn't help our cause. Let's do something like that. Well, let's just hope that we draw better. Turn to Knight. Let's do it. Excuse me, turn to 5/5 Knight. Huh? How busted can the card be, you know? Boom. We're also getting rid of all of our fetches, so we don't... Oh, I should have attacked with Gracer. Punt! Clearly should have attacked with Gracer. Big punt there. One, two, Cobra. 1/2 Cobra. Play land. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is Titan mana right here, and my opponent doesn't have. My opponent doesn't have counterspell mana. So fetch land. Wait, did I miscount here? 1, 2, 3. I think I miscounted here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it, I miscounted. I guess I thought that I had an amulet, and which I obviously don't. Whoops. Whoops. Now we get to attack it Tracer at least. Yeah, the main phase endurance feels bad, man. I mean, this is what, 7, 10? I can't haste. I mean, I can haste, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It taps my knight if I haste. They don't have Blood Sun. I think I'm just gonna YOLO here. And we can get T-West Bounce Land. White, red. Stronghold. Haste Primetime. Combat. Serve. Yes. So now if they Wrath, they can't answer my sagas. I don't have packs to pay for. This seems fine. Oh, I bounced the wrong land. I should have bounced the Growth Chamber. Do we have the blue source and the Wrath? This is 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can transmute and play a Titan next turn if I want to. Probably just gonna make a couple of constructs instead. But I definitely should have left this in play. Probably should have bounced the Triumph, I guess. What's up, Astral Shiki? Yep. Ooh, that's not a Wrath. That is not a Wrath, my friends. That is most certainly not a Wrath. 3, 4, 5. That's a funny draw. That is a funny draw. So Settle the Wreckage is the only card that's in my mind right here. So this Knight of the Reliquary is not attacking. It's probably Cryptic. It could be Cryptic. This was a mistake. Fucked that up. Yep. Messed that up. We're gonna get commanding here. I do get to kill the fairy if their play is cryptic here, because I get to swing for 5. So tap all creatures, let that resolve, make a construct, haste the construct, and I guess I'm gonna have to make another construct. So no, I misclicked. I misclicked. Well, obviously the construct token was gonna kill the Teferi. Ugh. That's quite brutal. Ugh. Man, it sucks when you like make a misclick and you, as you do it, you immediately realize, and it just feels so bad. Now my opponent's gonna wrath, and it's gonna be hard to come back now. Yep. Yep. Oh. Vomit. Yeah, and even if we, like, if I had killed the Teferi, my opponent wouldn't have drawn a card. Now they tapped out, so I would be able to kill them with the random construct. So now it kind of, I think we were going to win this game fairly easily if I had a misclick there. But now that I misclicked, my opponent just gets too much value from their Teferi surviving. That really sucks. That really sucks. They could have counter magic. Yeah, but I don't really care about counter magic, right? Because I'm gonna make constructs. And then haste the constructs. Man, that feels so bad. Ugh, that feels awful. Why am I playing Knight and Amulet? Why not, right? You're not asking the right questions. I mean, this is technically lethal, so gotta do something about it. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna transmute for a pact, I think. And now opponent needs to Valakut Awakening. That's really good. That's really good there. Yeah, it kind of starting to be a little bit hopeless at this point now. I'm starting to be a little bit hopeless. At least they don't have Blood Sun, which is good for me. Prismatic Ending. So that means my dude's no longer lethal. Never mind. Now they do have Blood Sun. So that's very bad for me. Yeah. That sucks, man. That sucks. So now I have to naturally draw the Boseiju to blow that up. We have access to Dragon Lord Dromoka. But if I can't haste it, there's no real reason to do anything. Boseiju? No Boseiju. Sadness. No Boseiju, just sadness. Alright, pass the turn. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I need to find Boseiju. It's the only way that I win. And I have this turn to find Boseiju, that's it. And I guess my opponent could still have Tail Send. Or Counterspell for the Summoner's Pact. Kaheera doesn't change anything. We either find Boseiju right now or we lose. Because the Fairy Ultimate is unbeatable for us. That's not it. It's not it. Okay. That's brutal. We should have definitely won that last match. Unfortunate. Alright, so after a very serious grind, we went 2-3, which should have been a 3-2. Deck was fun. Now we got to do some really fun stuff with Lotus, Cobra, Math, and Knight of the Reliquary, fetching, you know, Tolera West and fetching the other stuff. If you want a meme, this deck seemed okay. Like this, like you could definitely win like a game or a match or two. I think I would make some changes though. I think you probably want the second Tolera West, and I think we probably want Expedition map. So I would cut one Explorer for Expedition map, and I would cut probably the Bajukibok for a second Tolera West. Also, the second Boseiju seems interesting, so maybe we have to cut the basic Forest or just the Kitria Triumph. But the Triumph was necessary to Keswick Wolf Run when you don't have Boros Garrison. So probably the option is between Fetch Land or Basic Forest. And with how well the Fetch Lands work with Lotus Cobra, we probably have to cut the Basic Forest. Besides that, there's nothing saying that we have to play 4 copies of Saga. So we could, you know, definitely play 3 or maybe even 2 and just have it like as a little bit of an extra oomph for the deck. But it didn't feel necessary, and our amulet turns were not particularly stellar anyway, because you are so limited, because you don't have access to Dryad, nor you have access to double striking, 16 powered Primeval Titan either. So you're in a very weird spot where you're not so good at doing one thing and you're also not so good at doing the other thing. So the upside is that you are a little bit better at playing sort of a mid-rangey, grow your way up kind of game. So if that's what you're interested, then you can do that. And obviously, I enjoy a lot when I try a very interesting, for me at least, versions of Amulet, right? Like playing weird cards in Amulet just for my own amusement, even though they're bad. Like it's not very good. And unlike the Reclaimer version, which is like super streamlined and like it doesn't require that many slots, when you're playing Knights and Lotus Cobra, that has a very very high strain on your mana. Like you need to play fetch lands, which makes your utility lands worse, which makes your you can play as many bounce lands. And also the Knight is, while strong, it's a little bit clunky, right? Like Reclaimer is a 1-drop, so it fits so much better into any one of your curves, while Knight of the Reliquary is just a card that you have to play like that. It's just going to take up your entire turn basically. So obviously The only real reason to play this deck is for fun. that's the only reason. I did make a couple of mistakes though, like when I packed against Hammer and I forgot about Cultivated Colossus being in my deck, like that was obviously on me, and the misclick on the last match, so maybe we could have maybe even gotten a 4-1 if I had played a little bit tighter, but that's not always what happens. That's what happened this video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Anyway, if you did, make sure you check out the rest of the videos on the channel. You can give it a subscribe, or you can hit that follow button, or like whatever you want. But like button, that's the one I was missing. And if you're interested in coaching where I can teach you how to not make the mistakes that I make, or if you're interested in checking out some donation deck lists as well, you can find all the information in the description of the video down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.